Hello everyone. So this is continuation of chapter 2. I think that it's the last page. So Tolle raises something most people have never consciously acknowledged. The possibility that we are at some level attached to our suffering. Not because we enjoy it, because the pain body has become part of our identity. What if some part of us actually does not want to heal? What if the familiar ache of unhappiness feels safer than the unknown of being without it? This is one of the most confronting ideas in the entire teachings. When people have lived closely identified with their emotional pain for a long time, the pain body does not just live inside them, they have built their sense of self around it. The unhappiness has become their identity, their story, and so when an opportunity of healing arises, the ego resists it. Because if the pain goes, then who am I? This is not a conscious choice, it is unconscious fear of losing the self, even a suffering self, in favor of unknown openness. Tolle points to a specific sign of this resistance. The compulsion to keep talking about our pain, reliving it, retelling it, keeping it alive in conversation. The peculiar satisfaction of being the one who has suffered the most. The way some of us subtly resist situations that would actually make us happy. Because happy feels unfamiliar. We are so accustomed to the texture of suffering that we unconsciously navigate towards it. This is not a character flaw, it is completely understandable consequence of living in the pain body for such a long time. But we cannot release what we are still choosing to carry. Tolle's instruction is not to judge this in ourselves, simply observe it. Observe the attachment to the pain. Observe the resistance to healing. Observe the compulsion to think or talk about suffering. And just by making it conscious, by shining awareness onto it, the resistance begins to soften. We are not bad for holding on to pain. We are simply doing what every unexamined mind does. The moment we see the attachment clearly and without judgment, the grip begins to loosen. The resistance to healing is part of the pain body, an unconscious clinging to the familiar identity. Observing it without judgment is a beginning of genuine release. We do not need to understand our pain to heal it. We do not need to analyze it, trace it, or fix it. We simply need to see it clearly, steadily, without judgment. That seeing is the practice. Tolle is explicit. Once we understand the principle of being present as the watcher of what happens inside us, and we understand it through experience, not just intellectually, we have the most potent transformation tool available to human beings. So when the pain body activates, instead of being pulled into the story it generates, instead of following the thoughts it feeds us, we do something different. We bring our attention directly into it. We observe the sensation, not the narrative, the sensation, as a conscious witness. Unconscious patterns cannot survive in the light of consciousness. The pain body exists and feeds in the dark. In the space of unconsciousness, in the space of unconscious reaction and unexamined emotion. The moment we turn the light of awareness on it, directly and steadily, it begins to lose its grip. Not because we are fighting it, because we are no longer its unconscious host. The watcher does not react, does not judge, does not try to make the plan go away, pain go away. The watcher simply sees. And that seeing, the quality of present, steady awareness is itself the resolving force. So in practice, next time a strong emotion arises, anger, grief, jealousy, shame, before we speak, before we act, before we follow the thought, we pause. We feel where the emotion lives in the body. We direct our attention there. We stay with it, not suppressing it, not expressing it outward, just witnessing it, present, still, aware. Even 30 seconds of this shifts something, because in those 30 seconds we are the watcher, not the pain body. Hindu scriptures gave this exact experience a name thousands of years ago. They call it Sakshi, which simply means witness, the eternal observer. In Vedanta, the soul, the Atma, is described as Sakshi, pure consciousness, always present, always watching. It is never lost in thought, never caught in emotion, never trapped in past or future. It simply sees. When we are lost in mind, swept by thoughts, emotions, reactions, the mind is the boss. It is running the show. We are its prisoner. But the moment we step back and watch, the moment the Sakshi wakes up, the soul becomes the boss. Consciousness is in charge. The mind is still there. It's moving, still generating thoughts. We are no longer inside it. We are above it. We are observing it. Bhagavad Gita calls it Atma, the unchanging self that watches the entire drama of life without ever being touched by it. So when the mind is the boss, we suffer. When soul is the boss, when Sakshi is awake, we feel we are free. And the practice of becoming the watcher is simply the practice of letting the soul reclaim its rightful place. So when we are being sustained, conscious, non-reactive awareness to the pain body, when we remain as the watcher, the pain does not just subside, it transmutes. The dense energy of accumulated suffering converts into the lighter energy of awareness itself. Tolle calls this rapid transformation, and he means it literally. The pain body, when seized clearly by present consciousness, does not need years of processing. It can transform quickly, because what it needed was not time but light. He offers a wonderful image when a log that has only just started to burn is placed next to one burning furiously and then separated again. The first log burns with much greater intensity. The fire communicated itself. So again, when a log that has just started to burn is placed next to one burning furiously and then separated again, the first log burns with much greater intensity. This is what happens when we bring the fire of conscious presence to our pain. The awareness in us, however small that fire currently feels, intensifies in contact with the pain. And the pain in turn becomes fuel. Not something to escape, something to meet. And in that meeting, both the awareness and the person grow stronger. Again, this is what happens when we bring the fire of conscious presence to our pain. The awareness in us intensifies in contact with the pain. And the pain in turn becomes the fuel. Tolle also notes what a spiritual teacher actually is. Not someone who explains things brilliantly, but someone who burns furiously with conscious presence, and in whose company our own fire grows brighter. This is why being with certain people shifts something in us. Not because of what they said, but because of what they are. So the pain met with presence does not deepen suffering, it dissolves it. The very thing we have been avoiding is, in the light of awareness, the most direct path to freedom. The presence transmutes pain into consciousness. When we bring more attention directly into our suffering, the pain becomes fuel for awakening rather than fuel for more suffering. So we will end this video here and we'll finish with chapter 2 in the next video. Thank you for being with us today. We are all on this journey together, the community of people genuinely engaged in this inner work. So our comments, our current struggle, our honest moment of recognition contributes to something none of us could build alone. So please take a moment and share below. Every comment is read and specific situations often receive direct guidance and response. So please like and share this video if you're benefiting from it, and please subscribe so we can stay together in the next session.